There is a strength that does not shout. It does not shine for praise. It does not hurry. It does not bend to noise. It holds its ground in quiet rooms. It waits when the world rushes past. It breathes where others forget to breathe. It belongs to you. Tonight we return to it. No drama, no display. Only a steady path back to what is sure. Back to the part of you that does not shake when headlines shake. Back to the still place that knows what to do without many words. Let your jaw soften. Let your shoulders fall. Let the breath arrive on its own. No pushing, no force, just room. This is not a lecture. It is not a test. It is a quiet watch by the fire. It is a lighthouse on a fogged coast. It does not move to meet the storm. It stands and sends light. The Stoics knew this posture. Marcus wrote at night to remind himself of morning. Seneca counted time like gold. Epictetus named the boundary between what we control and what we do not. Each spoke in a crowded age. Each chose calm over noise. Each returned to the inner citadel. You can return now. You do not need a mountain. You do not need a vow. You need a breath. Then another. Then another. Feel the ground, take your weight. It does not argue. Feel the air come and go. It does not judge. Notice the mind. Try to build a case. Let it. Then let it pass. Silent strength is not the same as silence alone. Silence can be empty. Silent strength is full. It is full of attention, full of choice, full of patience. Picture the ocean in winter. Surface winds tear and spin. Deep water rests and holds. A storm can move across a continent. The depth will not panic. Picture a mountain under weather. Snow lays a white hand on stone. Rain writes brief stories on the face of rock. Clouds arrive, clouds leave. The mountain remains. You have that depth. You have that mountain. You do not need to seek it in another city. It lives behind the noise that says, you must hurry. It lives beneath the voice that asks for proof. It lives inside your next quiet breath. You may carry the day in your chest. Emails not answered, bills not paid, words not said, old mistakes that knock and ask to sleep over. Let them wait in the hall. You are home. You are resting. You do not need to entertain old ghosts tonight. If sleep comes, receive it. If it tarries, do not chase. Stillness is not a door you force. It is a room that opens when you stop pushing. Listen to the small sounds, the hum in the wall, the faint city, the wind over some dark roof. Let them be a choir for quiet. Think of the self you are trying to become, less frantic, more steady, able to meet a hard hour without breaking. This is rehearsal. This is training without witnesses. This is strength that does not need an audience. The world honors noise. You do not have to. The world measures life by display. You can measure by clarity, by choice, by peace that does not need a stage. There is a road that begins where noise ends. Walk it tonight. Each step is one breath. In, out, step by step, the body remembers. Step by step, the mind loosens its grip. The heart learns to unclench. You may think of a person who hurt you. Offer them no speech. Offer them no trial. Offer them release. Release is not surrender. It is room for you to live. It is space for sleep to find you. You may think of a choice ahead. You want to solve it now. You do not need to. The night can hold it. Let morning meet it clean. Let your rested mind greet it like clear water. Notice the simple gifts that ask for nothing. Warmth, shelter, the kindness of a soft blanket, a roof that holds, a pulse that keeps time without your command. Be grateful without ceremony. Gratitude is quiet food for strength. Return to breath, return to weight, return to the small space where your ribs rise and fall. This is your harbor. Nothing must be earned here. Nothing must be proven. If the mind knocks with news, do not open the door. If regret sits on the step, leave it outside. If the future makes a speech, salute and walk past. You are not a court for every visitor. You are a room of light with a chair and a steady flame. Now make a small vow, not loud, not legal. A vow of direction. To meet what comes with a calm face. To answer what leaves with a calm hand. To spend your attention like treasure. To keep your days simple. To keep your values near. Name one value now. Honesty, courage, kindness, duty. Choose one. Hold it like a smooth stone in your palm. Let its weight settle you. Let it define how you move when noise returns. The body rests deeper now. The jaw softens. The shoulders finally drop the bag they held all day. The tongue stops its quiet press against the teeth. Ease comes like tide at night. Slow, certain, enough. When thoughts return, greet them kindly. Tell them you are closed until morning. What matters will wait. What does not will wander off. Both are fine. You are not behind. You are not late. You are here. You are whole. You are held by breath, by gravity, by quiet. You are strong in a way that does not draw a crowd. Let the room grow darker. Let the past dim its lamp. Let tomorrow keep its distance. Here you are safe to be small, safe to be silent, safe to be human. In a moment, we will move into longer reflections. They will touch time, loss, letting go, patience. They will not rush you. They will keep you. You may drift. You may wake. Either way, the water will be kind. For now, stay with this. A breath, a pause, a quiet will. The anchored life that does not need to be seen. The hidden strength that does not ask to be praised. The part of you that stands when storms pass overhead. This is your center. It does not fail. It does not flee. It meets the night with a calm face. It meets the day with a clear eye. It waits in silence and does not lose heart. Rest here. Remain here. Let sleep come as it wishes. Let peace come even if sleep does not. You are allowed to be at ease. You are allowed to be quiet. You are allowed to be strong without noise. This is silent strength. This is your beginning tonight. We will go on together, in calm, in depth, in trust. When the mind stirs, notice. Name the feeling gently. Let it soften. Return to breath. Return to weight. Return to the room. Calm is a practice. Strength is a practice. Tonight, you practice both. Quietly, faithfully, until sleep carries you. The nature of stillness. Stillness is not the absence of life. It is not the absence of sound. It is not an escape. Stillness is presence. It is awareness without noise. It is the mind set down like a heavy stone on solid ground. You know the feeling of a busy mind, thoughts running like traffic at rush hour, every lane filled, every horn blaring. You cannot move without bumping into another worry. That is how many of us live, from dawn until night, thoughts racing, tasks piling, a voice always speaking inside. The Stoics knew this too. They lived in courts, in markets, in armies, They lived in noise. They were not spared distraction. Stillness for them was not a luxury, it was a practice. Marcus Aurelius wrote to himself at night, not to publish, not to impress, to quiet the busy mind. Each line a step towards stillness, each page a way of laying down the weight of the day. You can do the same now. Through reflection, through breath, through letting go. Stillness is not found by force. It cannot be grabbed. It cannot be commanded. It is allowed. It is invited. Like sleep, it comes when the body softens. Like trust, it grows when not chased. Like calm water, it clears when not stirred. Ask yourself, when was the last time you were still? Not distracted by a screen, not rushing to complete a task, not replaying the past, not rehearsing the future, just here. Perhaps it was a walk in the morning air, perhaps it was a moment of watching rain, perhaps it was the breath between words. That was stillness. Notice how rare it feels. Notice how precious it is. The busy mind resists it. The busy world does not honor it, but the self longs for it. Stillness is not laziness. It is clarity. It is knowing where you stand. It is knowing what matters and what does not. A mind that never rests cannot see clearly. A hand that never opens cannot hold gently. Stillness opens both. Imagine a jar filled with cloudy water. Shake it, and the dirt swirls. Set it down, and the water clears. Stillness is the mind set down, letting clarity return on its own. This is what the Stoics practiced. They paused, they reflected, they accepted silence as a teacher. You can practice now. Breathe in slowly. Let the air move out. Notice the body soften. Notice the thoughts scatter. You do not need to fight them. You do not need to win. You only need to let them pass. This is the nature of stillness. Not control, not conquest. Surrender. Allowance. A choice to be the sky, not the storm. The sky does not push the clouds. It holds them. It lets them pass. It remains. So too with you. Let the mind bring its noise. Let the body bring its tension. You remain. Still. Stillness is strength. Not the strength of battle. Not the strength of applause. The strength of endurance. The strength of patience. The strength of presence. The busy mind will tell you stillness is waste. It will say you must hurry. It will demand more noise. Do not believe it. The busy world will reward distraction. It will pay for attention. It will trade peace for profit. Do not give it everything. Stillness is yours to keep. No one can sell it to you. No one can take it away. It is the birthright of every mind that chooses to pause. Ask again. When was the last time you were still? If you cannot recall, then tonight is the answer. Now is the answer. This moment is the answer. The Stoics said, live with intention. Do not drift in noise. Do not waste your brief life in distraction. Choose where to place your attention. Choose where to rest your mind. Stillness is that choice. It is the act of saying, enough. Enough of rushing. Enough of replaying. Enough of rehearsing. Here is sufficient. Now is enough. When you practice stillness, you begin to see clearly. What seemed urgent loses power. What seemed heavy grows lighter. What seemed impossible feels less so. Stillness changes how you meet the world. Not because the world is calmer, but because you are. You cannot always quiet the noise outside. Traffic will roar. Markets will shout. People will demand. Stillness is not about them. It is about you. It is about finding a quiet room inside yourself, a place untouched by traffic, unaffected by demand, unchanged by applause. That room exists. It has always existed. Perhaps you have not entered for years. Perhaps you left it locked. But tonight you may return. Sit in that room now. Notice its space. Notice its calm. Notice how nothing is required of you there. You are allowed to simply be. This is the nature of stillness. It is not the absence of thought. It is the presence of clarity. It is not the end of motion. It is the grounding of motion. It is not escape. It is arrival. Stay with this a little longer. Notice the body. Notice the breath. Notice the thought that rises and falls. Notice the silence between words. That silence is where stillness lives. That silence is where strength grows. The mind will try again to pull you out. It will whisper tasks. It will remind you of fears. It will ask you to plan. Let it speak, then let it leave. Like waves against rock, the noise will tire. Like birds on a wire, the thoughts will fly off. Stillness will remain. This is your refuge. This is your practice. This is your strength. When morning comes, carry it with you. Carry stillness into traffic. Carry it into work. Carry it into the arguments of the day, not as escape, as foundation. For stillness is not a pause from life. It is life lived with clarity. It is strength carried in silence. It is the calm that guides the storm without fighting the storm. Stay with it tonight. Stay until the body rests. Stay until the mind softens. Stay until silence feels natural again. This is the nature of stillness, not absence, presence, not weakness, strength, not escape, return, control and surrender. Control, we all want it. We want control over days, over outcomes, over people, over time. We reach for it each morning. We clutch at it each night. But the Stoics saw the truth. Control is limited. Much of life is not ours to command. Weather, fortune, illness, loss, the choices of others, all beyond our reach. Epictetus said it plainly. Some things are up to us, some things are not. Confuse the two, and you suffer. See them clearly, and you are free. So what belongs to us? Our thoughts, our choices, our responses. These are ours. Everything else drifts outside. Imagine you walk in rain. You cannot control the sky. You cannot command the clouds, but you can choose your step. You can choose your coat. You can choose to curse or to accept. That choice is yours. The mind resists this truth. It wants more. It wants certainty. It wants guarantees. It wants the world to obey. It never will. The more we demand control, the more we suffer. The more we loosen our grip, the more we live. Surrender is not weakness, it is wisdom. It is not to abandon effort, it is to direct effort wisely. Control what is yours, release what is not. This is freedom, this is peace. Consider your own day, traffic on the road, messages unanswered, a plan delayed. Do these belong to you? No. You cannot move the cars, you cannot erase the delay, you cannot bend time. What can you do? Breathe, choose patience, choose clarity. Choose not to poison yourself with rage at what you cannot command. The Stoics practiced this daily. They rehearsed loss. They reminded themselves, this could be taken, this may change. This is not mine forever. They did not do this to live in fear. They did it to live prepared, so that when loss came, they did not shatter. They surrendered what was never theirs to keep. Think of a hand grasping water. The tighter the grip, the less remains. Think of a hand open to rain. each drop received, each drop released. That is surrender. Control is a hand closed on what is real. Surrender is a hand open to what must pass. Ask yourself, where do you waste your strength? On people who will not change? On past words you cannot recall? On futures that have not arrived? Notice how heavy that is. Notice how endless. Then ask again, what is truly mine? My choices, my values, my character, my actions in this moment. Nothing more. If you tend to these, life steadies. If you neglect them, no amount of control outside will save you. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The mind is a kingdom. Your thoughts are the citizens. Your choices are the laws. Rule that kingdom well. Do not waste your reign on lands you cannot hold. Control begins with a breath. Right now, this is yours. No one can take it. Inhale, exhale. Already you see the boundary. Surrender begins with honesty. Admit what is not yours. Admit what you cannot change. Let it fall from your hands. Stand lighter. This practice does not end. Each day it repeats. Each hour it returns. We forget. We grasp. We suffer. Then we remember. Then we release. Then we are free again. Freedom is not control of the world. Freedom is control of the self. Freedom is surrender to the rest. Think of a sailor on the sea. He cannot command the wind. He cannot still the waves. But he can trim his sail. He can turn the rudder. He can ride the storm without breaking. This is how to live. Not fighting what is beyond you. Not ignoring what is within you. Control your sail. Release the sea. Think of a gardener. He cannot command the seasons. He cannot call the Sunday. He cannot stop the frost. But he can tend the soil. He can water the roots. He can choose patience as the seed becomes fruit. This is surrender in action. Work with what is yours. Yield to what is not. In your own life, name one thing you cannot control. Say it softly. Accept it. Release it. Now name one thing you can. Say it firmly. Own it. Act upon it. This is the practice. Simple, clear, strong. The mind will resist again. It will tell you, no, you must have it all. It will tell you, if you surrender, you are weak. Do not listen. Surrender is not defeat. It is clarity. Defeat comes from trying to hold what was never yours. Clarity comes from knowing the boundary. Imagine a circle drawn around you. Inside, your will, your values, your choices. Outside, everything else. Tend to the inside, bless the outside. Do not confuse the two. When insult comes, you cannot control it. When loss comes, you cannot forbid it. When age comes, you cannot stop it. But you can choose how to meet them, with anger, with despair, or with calm. That is yours. This is not easy. It is not learned in one night. It is practiced every day, every moment. Each time you feel tension, ask, is this mine? Each time you feel fear, ask, is this mine? Each time you feel rage, ask, is this mine? If it is not, release it. If it is, shape it. This is the way. Control and surrender. Two hands, both needed. Without control, life drifts. Without surrender, life breaks. With both, life steadies. So tonight, let go. Let go of the day. Let go of tomorrow. Let go of all that is not yours. And hold what is, your breath, your choices, your values, your peace. This is the practice of the Stoic. This is the freedom of control and surrender. This is the strength that no storm can break. The weight of expectations, they press upon us, from family, from friends, from colleagues, from society itself. They whisper what we should do. They shout what we must become. They weigh on the chest. They tighten the breath. They make us forget ourselves. The Stoics understood this burden. They knew the danger of living for the eyes of others. They warned of the chain of opinion. They taught freedom from it. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality. Often that suffering comes from imagined judgment. We think others are watching. We think others are judging. We shape our lives to please their gaze. Yet much of it is fantasy. Consider how many choices you make in a day. Clothes, words, actions. How many are truly yours? How many are bent by what you think others expect? The weight is subtle. A comment here, a glance there, a standard passed down without question. Soon it feels like armor you never chose. Heavy, restricting, not yours. The Stoic path is lighter. It does not demand applause. It does not bend to rumor. It asks one thing: live in accord with reason, with virtue, with your own guiding principle. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, stop chasing the opinion of others. Do what is just. Do what is true. Let go of the rest. This is not arrogance. It is clarity. It is not rejection of people. It is rejection of chains. You are not born to fulfill the endless scripts of others. You are born to embody your own nature. You are born to live aligned with values you choose. Ask yourself, whose weight do you carry today? A parent's? A partner's? A boss's? A culture's? Do you even know? Some expectations guide us well. Honesty, duty, compassion. These are noble. They align with virtue. They shape us towards strength. But many are empty. Be richer, be faster, be louder, be admired. These are chains of smoke. They bind nothing real. They distract from the inner path. When you chase them, peace flees. When you release them, peace returns. Imagine carrying a heavy pack up a hill. Each expectation is a stone, one for family pride, one for social approval, one for career success, one for comparison with peers. You struggle, you sweat, you stumble, and still more stones are added. Now, imagine setting the pack down, lighter, freer, able to move again. This is what it means to release expectations. You do not need to abandon people. You do not need to reject care. You only need to see clearly. See what is yours to carry. See what is not. Ask again, what is mine? My values, my effort, my integrity, my choices. These are mine. What is not? The applause of strangers, the envy of neighbors, the gossip of friends, the shifting trends of the crowd. These are not mine. The Stoics chose freedom from the crowd, not by leaving the city, not by silencing all voices, but by choosing where to place weight. They asked, does this expectation align with virtue? If yes, hold it. If no, release it. Simple, clear, free. So tonight, think of the weights you carry. Think of the voices you obey. Do they serve reason? Do they serve justice? Do they serve your deepest principle? If not, lay them down. The busy world thrives on pressure. It tells you, achieve this, then you matter. Earn this, then you are enough. Display this, then you belong. The goalpost moves, The pressure never ends, but you can end it tonight by stepping away, by saying, I am not defined by shifting expectation. I am defined by steady principle. Stillness returns when weight falls. Peace arrives when chains break. This does not mean you ignore duty. You still act with care. You still keep promises. You still show kindness. But you do them from choice, not from fear of judgment, not from the need for applause. Picture a tree in a field. It does not strain to please the birds. It does not bend to win approval of the grass. It grows toward the Sunday, true to its nature, true to its form. So too with you. Grow true, not twisted by every passing eye. The weight of expectation lessens with practice. Each day you notice, each day you question, each day you release one stone. At first, the pack feels the same, heavy, familiar, but slowly it lightens. One stone gone, then another, then another. Soon you walk easier, soon you breathe deeper, soon you live freer. The Stoics remind us, the opinion of others is fickle. It shifts with weather, it shifts with rumor, it shifts with envy. To build your peace upon it is to build on sand. Build instead upon rock, rock of character, rock of principle, rock of reason. When you do, expectation loses its hold. You live lighter, you live stronger, you live true. So, tonight, release. Release the weight, release the pack, release the gaze of the crowd. Stay with what is yours. Stay with your breath. Stay with your choices. Stay with your values. This is the lighter path. This is the Stoic way. Not crushed by expectation, not chained by opinion. Free to live, free to rest, free to be. Resilience in uncertainty. Uncertainty. It greets us every day. We rise not knowing what will come. We plan, we hope. Yet the future remains hidden. Change arrives without warning. A call, a letter, a closed door, a new path forced upon us. The human mind craves certainty. It seeks solid ground. It wants control. It wants to know. When it cannot, it trembles. The Stoics lived with the same truth. They faced wars, they faced exile, they faced loss. They knew nothing stays fixed. They taught how to stand when the ground shifts. Resilience is that stance, not denial, not illusion. Resilience is firmness within, even when all else moves. Picture a reed in wind. It bends, it sways, it does not break. This is resilience. Picture a ship at sea. The waves crash, the wind changes, the sails adjust, the ship holds course. This is resilience. Change will come, uncertainty will arrive. The choice is yours, break or bend, panic or endure. How do we endure? We remember what is ours. We remember what is not. We do not waste strength fighting the storm. We use strength to steer ourselves within it. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, the world is change, life itself is opinion. Accept this, and fear lessens. Forget this, and every shift feels like death. The truth is simple. Everything changes. Bodies age, fortunes move, people come and go, health rises and falls. This is not tragedy, this is nature. To resist nature is to exhaust yourself. To accept it is to align with life. Resilience does not mean no pain. Pain comes, loss stings, fear whispers. Resilience means, I will not be destroyed. I will bend. I will remain. Ask yourself, what uncertainty do you face now? A job not secure? A relationship unsure? A future unclear? See it clearly. Do not turn away. Do not cover it with false hope. Look at it. Say to yourself, yes, it is uncertain. Then ask, what is certain? My values, my choices, my response, these remain. These do not vanish with change. When uncertainty roars, anchor here. Anchor in what cannot be taken. Anchor in character. Anchor in principle. Think of fire. It consumes what it touches, yet it also gives light. It also gives warmth. Resilience is like fire. It turns adversity into fuel. It turns uncertainty into practice. Each change is training. Each unknown is a chance to grow. Each loss is a chance to endure. Seneca wrote, "The whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately, not tomorrow, not when things are clear. Now." This is resilience. To live now, even when tomorrow hides. To act with courage, even when outcomes are unseen. You do not need to see the entire path. You need only the next step. Take it with steadiness. Take it with courage. Then the next will appear. Uncertainty is not the enemy. It is the nature of life. It is the open field where freedom lives. If everything were certain, nothing would be free. If everything were fixed, nothing would grow. So welcome uncertainty, not with fear, with curiosity, with resilience. The mind will resist again. It will ask, what if? What if loss? What if failure? What if pain? Answer, yes, perhaps, and if so, I will endure. This is the Stoic answer. Not denial, not false hope. Calm endurance, calm trust. Trust in yourself. Trust in your strength. Trust in your ability to meet whatever comes. Think of a traveler with little luggage. If the road shifts, he adjusts. If the path ends, he turns. He is not weighed down by what he carries. So too with you. Do not cling to what must pass. Carry light. Move freely. The resilient do not avoid change. They walk through it. They use it. They rise because of it. Ask yourself again, what is uncertain now? Name it. Face it. Then say, I will meet you with steadiness. I will not beg you to leave. I will not curse you. I will meet you. Calm, ready. This practice is not grand. It is simple. It is daily. Each time uncertainty rises, so does your chance to grow. Each time you endure, you strengthen. Resilience is muscle. Resilience is memory. Resilience is practice. You build it by meeting small changes, by enduring small fears, by walking calmly through small storms. Then, when larger storms arrive, you are ready. You have trained. You are strong. You are steady. The Stoics did not ask for certainty. They asked for virtue. They asked for courage. They asked for clarity. Certainty was never theirs to claim. Virtue was, courage was, so it is for you. Do not ask for a certain future. Ask for strength to meet an uncertain one. Do not pray for change to end. Pray for courage to endure it. This is resilience. This is freedom. This is peace. Now breathe. In, out. Notice how the body can rest even in uncertainty. Notice how calm can live even in change. You do not need the future to be certain to be at peace now. You need only steadiness. You need only trust. You need only resilience. So tonight, release the demand for certainty. Release the fear of change. Hold only this truth. I can endure. I will endure. I remain. The world will shift. The ground will move. The sky will change. You remain steady, silent, strong. This is resilience in uncertainty. This is how to live. This is how to rest. The art of letting go, letting go. Few things feel harder. The hand wants to hold. The mind wants to cling. The heart wants to keep. We cling to people. We cling to possessions. We cling to titles. We cling to stories about who we are. Yet life moves. Life changes. Life takes. And what once served us may no longer fit. The Stoics saw this truth clearly. They spoke often of letting go, not in despair, not in bitterness, in acceptance, in wisdom. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, everything is borrowed, nothing is truly ours. Even the breath we take is on loan. It enters, it leaves, it is never held forever. Epictetus said, when you kiss your child, remind yourself you are kissing a mortal. Not to love less, to cling less, to love with clarity, to hold with open hands. Seneca wrote, what fortune gives, fortune may take away. Do not curse it, do not beg it, accept it. Let go when the time comes. We fear letting go. We think it means loss. We think it means weakness. We think it means we never cared. But letting go is none of these. Letting go is strength. It is clarity. It is choosing not to chain yourself to what has already moved on. Think of a rope burning in your hands. You grip tighter, hoping to keep it. The tighter you grip, the deeper the wound. Only when you release do you heal. Think of a river. You cannot hold its water in your hands. The more you grasp, the faster it slips through. Letting go means letting the river flow. It continues. You remain. Ask yourself, what do you hold now that no longer serves you? An old resentment, an old dream, a fear, a wound, a voice telling you who you should be. Notice how heavy it is. Notice how tired you are from carrying it. Notice how long you have clung to it. Now, imagine setting it down. Lighter, freer, able to move again. Letting go is not forgetting. It is not erasing. It is releasing the demand that the past remain the present. It is saying, thank you for what you gave. Now you may go. The Stoics knew all is temporary. The body, the wealth, the power, even the relationships we cherish, they all change, they all pass. This truth is not meant to make us cold. It is meant to make us wise, to remind us to love fully while things are here, to release gently when they leave. Imagine holding a bird in your hands. Grip too tight, you harm it. Open your hands. It rests. It may fly. It may return. Letting go is this openness. Ask yourself again, what no longer serves me? Is it anger that eats at me? Is it fear that cages me? Is it shame that whispers I am not enough? Is it the weight of others' opinions? Name it, face it, release it. Letting go is not passive. It is an active choice, a strong choice. To stop pouring energy into what cannot nourish you. It is like pruning a tree. Cut away what no longer grows, not to destroy the tree, to help it thrive. Your life is the same. To grow, you must release. To move forward, you must unclench. The hand cannot receive new gifts if it refuses to release the old. The mind cannot see clearly if it clings to yesterday. The heart cannot rest if it carries every grief forever. So practice. Practice letting go in small ways. Throw out what you no longer use. Forgive small slights. Release the need to win every argument. Each act of release builds strength. Then, when greater losses come, you are ready. Not cold, not unfeeling. Prepared, grounded, able to meet change with calm. The Stoics often spoke of death, not to terrify, to clarify, to remind us everything is borrowed. Life itself must be let go when the time comes. If you learn to let go in life, you will let go in death with peace. If you cling to everything, each small loss becomes torment. Letting go is freedom, not from love, from fear, not from caring. From clinging, you can still love deeply, you can still work with passion, you can still cherish, but you hold with open hands, you enjoy without grasping, you accept without demand. Think of the breath again. You inhale, you exhale. You cannot keep the breath. If you refuse to release it, you suffocate. Life is the same. We breathe in experiences. We must breathe them out. This is the art of letting go, to live as breathing, to receive, to release, to trust the rhythm. Ask yourself now, what can I release tonight? A worry about tomorrow, a regret from yesterday, a need for approval, a grudge I have held too long. Name it softly, place it down, let it drift. You are lighter now, you are freer now, you are closer to peace now. This is not a one-time act, it is a lifelong art. Each day, you will find new things to release. Each day, you will practice. Each day, you will grow lighter. The world teaches clinging. Cling to wealth. Cling to youth. Cling to recognition. The Stoics teach release. Hold what you have with gratitude. Release when it passes with grace. This is dignity. This is strength. This is wisdom. Tonight, practice again. Close your eyes. Breathe in. Say, I receive. Breathe out. Say, I release. Do it once more. Inhale. Receive. Exhale. Release. This is enough. This is letting go. So rest. Let go of the day. Let go of the weight. Let go of the need to control every outcome. Hold only this moment. Hold only this breath. Hold only the values that guide you. Everything else can pass. Everything else must pass. You will remain silent, steady, strong. This is the art of letting go. This is freedom. This is peace. Time as our companion. Time. We speak of it as if it runs against us. We say it slips away. We say it betrays us. We say it steals our youth. We imagine time as a thief, as an enemy, as a shadow chasing us. Yet the Stoics saw it differently. Time is not the enemy. Time is the measure of life itself. Without time, there is no growth. Without time, there is no change. Without time, there is no meaning. Seneca wrote, "Life is long if you know how to use it. It is not time that harms us. It is waste. It is distraction. It is our neglect." Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, "Do not act as if you will live 10,000 years. Death hangs over you. While you live, while it is in your power, be good." These are not words of despair. They are words of clarity. They point us to see time as companion, as guide, as teacher. When you resist time, you suffer. When you fear time, you shrink. When you walk with time, you grow. Picture a river flowing beside you. You cannot push it back. You cannot stop its current. But you can walk with it. You can drink from it. You can let it carry you forward. This is how to live with time, not as enemy, as companion. Ask yourself, how do you treat time? Do you curse it? Do you run from it? Do you waste it? Or do you walk with it? Do you listen to it? Do you use it with care? The busy world teaches us to fight time, fight age, fight change, chase more, consume more, pretend we can outrun the clock. But the clock does not need outrunning, it needs respecting, it needs befriending. Every breath is time, every sunrise is time, every grey hair is time. Time is not theft, it is gift. Consider how much has been given already, years behind you, days lived, conversations shared, moments held, all gifts of time. Do not curse what gave you life. Do not fear what made you grow. Do not waste what still remains. Time is finite. That is its power. If it were endless, nothing would matter. Because it ends, everything matters. The Stoics practiced remembering this. They spoke of memento mori, not to be morbid, to be awake, to honor the shortness of life by living fully. This is how time becomes ally. It pushes you to act now. It urges you to love now. It teaches you to let go of delay. How often do we say, later, later I will forgive, later I will rest, later I will live, and later never comes. Time does not wait for later. It moves, always, patiently, silently, firmly. So walk with it. Say yes to what matters. Say no to what wastes. Spend your hours like coins you cannot earn back. Spend them with care. Ask yourself, if today were the last, what would I do? What would I release? What would I hold? Whom would I speak to? What words would I say? Then ask, why not now? Why not speak them tonight? Why not live them while breath remains? Time as enemy makes us anxious. Time as ally makes us grateful. Grateful for what was, grateful for what is, even grateful for what ends. Because ending gives shape, ending gives meaning, ending gives urgency. A song that never ended would not be music. A book without final page would not be story. Life without limit would not be precious. Time sets the frame. Time shapes the art. Time is not the foe of beauty. It is the reason beauty shines. Think of dawn. Its beauty is in its brevity. Think of youth. Its sweetness is in its passing. Think of love. Its power is in its fragility. Without time, none of this matters. Without time, nothing would move us. So treat time as friend. Wake with it, walk with it, rest with it. Do not waste energy cursing it. The Stoics lived with urgency. They did not waste hours chasing noise. They used their time to write, to reflect, to act with courage, to live with intention. You can do the same. Tonight, see time beside you, not behind, not ahead. Here, now, as companion. Ask yourself, how will I walk with it? Will I drag my feet? Will I run mindlessly? Or will I move with calm step, steady, aware? Let each breath remind you, this is time. This is life. This is gift. Do not rush it. Do not flee it. Honor it. Use it. Love within it. When regret comes, remember, the past is time spent. It cannot be changed. When fear comes, remember, the future is time not yet given. It cannot be known. Only now is yours. This moment, this breath. Time as enemy says, you are running out. Time as companion says, you are alive now. Choose the companion, choose gratitude. So tonight, rest with time. Let it flow beside you. Let it carry you gently. Do not fight. Do not curse. Do not fear. You are not chased. You are accompanied. You are not robbed. You are gifted. You are not condemned. You are blessed. This is the Stoic way with time. To walk beside it, to honor it, to live within it. So breathe. Let the hours pass without resistance. Let tomorrow come without fear. Let yesterday stay in peace. Time is here. Time is yours. Time is companion. Walk with it. Trust it. Thank it. Live with it. Freedom from comparison. Comparison. It begins early. We notice who runs faster, who speaks louder, who is chosen first. As we grow, it deepens. Who earns more, who lives larger, who shines brighter. We measure ourselves against others. We weigh our worth by their scale. The Stoics warned against this trap. They saw comparison as a thief of peace, a thief of clarity, a thief of joy. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish. Do not live for the measures of others, live for the measure of virtue." Seneca wrote, "No man can be happy who is tortured by another's success. Happiness comes from within, not from the shifting fortunes of others." Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, "Do not waste the rest of your life arguing about what a good man is. Be one. Do not measure. Do not debate. Be. Comparison poisons. It makes another's path the standard for your own. It blinds you to what is uniquely yours. It turns life into race. But life is not race. Life is path. Each path different. Each path its own. Ask yourself, how often do you compare? In work? In wealth? In looks? In love? Notice the sting. Notice the heaviness. Notice how it steals presence. Comparison says, you are behind. Comparison says, you are less. Comparison says, you are failing. All lies, all noise. The truth is simpler. You are you. Your path is yours. Your pace is yours. No one can walk it for you. No one can measure it but you. Think of a garden. One tree grows tall, another bends wide, another flowers briefly, then rests, another fruits late, yet sweet. Do they compare? Do they envy? No, they grow as they are, true to their nature. So too with us. We are not here to copy. We are not here to compete. We are here to live aligned with our own nature, aligned with reason, aligned with virtue. When you compare, you forget your nature. You forget your ground. You chase shadows. You lose yourself. Freedom is release from this habit. To look at another's success and not feel less. To look at another's beauty and not feel small. To look at another's wealth and not feel poor. To look and simply say, that is theirs. This is mine. This is not indifference. It is clarity. It is not bitterness. It is peace. You can admire without envy. You can respect without despair. You can celebrate without shame. Ask again, what is mine? My choices, my values, my growth, my integrity. No one can take these. No one can outpace me in them. Comparison thrives on illusion. We see only the surface of others. We see the highlight, not the struggle. We see the success, not the sleepless nights. We see the smile, not the weight. To measure yourself against illusion is madness. To compare shadow to substance is folly. Instead, measure yourself against yourself. Ask, am I more patient today than yesterday? Am I more honest, more disciplined, more grateful? This is the only measure that matters. Progress, not position. Growth, not comparison. The Stoics did not ask, am I greater than him? They asked, am I truer to reason today? Am I more aligned with virtue? Am I closer to wisdom? This is the freedom. Think of water flowing. Does it compare with another stream? Does it envy the ocean? No, it moves as it must. It shapes the land as it goes. Think of the stars. Does one envy the other's shine? Does one complain of its place? No. Each burns as it was made. Together they light the sky. So too with us. Comparison blinds us to our light. Release it. Shine where you stand. The habit is strong. It repeats daily. It whispers in every scroll, in every glance. So practice, release. Catch the thought. I am less. Answer it. No, I am mine. Catch the thought. I am behind. Answer it. No, I walk my pace. Over time the voice weakens. Over time you grow lighter. Over time you see clearly. Freedom from comparison is not arrogance. It is humility. It is knowing you are one part of the whole, no greater, no lesser, no need to measure. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "What is not useful to the hive is not useful to the bee. We live as part of a whole. Your role is yours, another's role is theirs. Both matter, both belong, neither must compete." So tonight, release the weight of comparison. Release the race, release the scale. Sit in your own skin, walk your own path, honor your own growth. Ask, what do I value most? Courage, honesty, kindness, discipline. Then measure yourself by that. Not by wealth, not by applause, not by shadows. Each day, choose one measure. Live by it, reflect upon it, grow within it. Let others live theirs. This is freedom, to see without envy, to live without race, to grow without comparison. The world will tempt you again. It will hold up images. It will chant numbers. It will demand you prove yourself. Smile, decline, return to your own ground. This is the Stoic way, not chained by comparison, not tortured by envy, not stolen by illusion. You are free when you choose your own measure. You are free when you honor your own growth. You are free when you release the habit of comparison. So breathe, breathe into freedom, breathe into presence, breathe into peace. You are not behind. You are not less. You are here. You are yours. You are enough. This is freedom from comparison. This is peace. This is strength. Strength in adversity. Adversity. It arrives for everyone, not asked for, not welcomed, yet it comes. A sudden loss, a broken plan, a door closed, a wound left open. The mind asks, why me? The heart pleads, not this. The body trembles. Still, adversity stays. The Stoics did not deny this. They did not pretend life is gentle. They faced hardship. They named it. They prepared for it. They grew from it. Epictetus was born into slavery, his body crippled, his freedom limited, yet his spirit stood unbroken. He said, "No man is free who is not master of himself. Strength, even in chains." Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire. He faced war, plague, betrayal. He buried children. He knew grief. Yet he wrote each day, "Endure, hold steady, act with justice, strength even on the throne." Seneca faced exile. He faced death ordered by his emperor, yet he met it with calm. He said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. Strength, even at the end." What do we learn? That adversity does not choose favorites. It visits slave and emperor alike. No one escapes. But some endure with strength. Some even grow because of it. Adversity is not just trial. It is teacher. It shows you what you are made of. It strips away illusion. It reveals what is steady, what is true. Think of a tree in storm. Roots tested, branches broken. What remains becomes stronger, deeper, wiser. So too with us. When life shakes, we discover roots, we discover depth, we discover what cannot be moved. Ask yourself, what hardship have you faced? What wound still aches? What loss still lingers? See it not only as pain, see it as teacher, see it as shaping. Adversity trains the soul, it teaches patience, it teaches courage, it teaches humility, it teaches gratitude for small mercies. A life without hardship is not strength, it is fragility. A life with hardship endured is strength, it is resilience, it is wisdom. The Stoics practiced adversity in small ways. They fasted, they slept on the ground, they imagined loss, not to suffer needlessly, to prepare, to toughen, to remind themselves, I can endure. So, when real hardship came, they did not collapse. They were ready, they stood firm. You can do the same. You need not seek pain. Life will bring enough, but you can face it with courage. You can meet it with steady eyes. When adversity comes, ask, what is mine here? I cannot choose the storm, I cannot choose the loss, but I can choose my response. I can choose my stance. I can choose not to be broken. Strength in adversity is not loud. It is not dramatic. It is quiet. It is the calm breath in chaos. It is the steady step when the path shakes. It is the choice to continue without complaint. This is power, not the power of command, the power of endurance, the power of self-mastery. Think of fire. Throw straw upon it, it blazes. Throw water upon it, it hisses, it survives. Throw stone upon it, it blackens, it smolders, it still holds heat. Adversity cannot kill fire. It tests it. It reveals its core. So too with your spirit. Adversity tests you. It may wound, it may scar, but it cannot kill what is steady inside, unless you surrender it, unless you choose despair, unless you abandon yourself. Do not. Stand firm. Even if trembling, stand. Even if grieving, endure. Even if scarred, remain. This is strength, not absence of pain, not denial of grief. Presence through it, calm through it, integrity through it. Ask yourself again, what hardship do I face now? Name it. Do not hide from it. Do not cover it with false cheer. See it clearly. Then ask, how will I meet it? With bitterness? With rage? With collapse? Or with courage? With patience? With steady endurance? The choice is yours. Adversity is given. Response is chosen. This is the heart of Stoic strength. To face what is not in your control. To master what is. To endure with dignity. To walk through fire without losing yourself. The world admires power of force. The Stoics admired power of endurance. The world praises victory. The Stoics praised resilience. The world avoids suffering. The Stoics transformed it. You can do the same, not by wishing hardship away, not by pretending it doesn't hurt, by saying, it hurts, yet I remain. It wounds, yet I live. It breaks, yet I endure. Each adversity overcome becomes part of you. Each scar becomes story. Each loss becomes teacher. Each trial becomes proof. Proof that you are stronger than fear, stronger than pain, stronger than despair. So tonight, if you carry hardship, breathe into it. Do not fight the truth of it. Do not curse the weight of it. Feel it, face it, then stand steady within it. Say to yourself, I will not break. I will bend. I will ache. I will grieve, but I will not break. This is the way of strength, silent, steady, enduring. When dawn comes, hardship may remain, the loss may still be there, The wound may still ache, but so will you, still standing, still breathing, still strong. This is strength in adversity. This is the gift of hardship, not to destroy you, to shape you, to reveal you. So walk with it, learn from it, grow from it, endure it. You are stronger than you know. Adversity proves it, again and again and again. The gift of the present moment, it is all we ever truly have, yet it is the thing we most forget. We drift into yesterday, we wander into tomorrow, we replay, we rehearse. We miss what is here. The Stoics saw this clearly. They taught, the present is enough. It holds all that is real. It holds all that can be lived. Marcus Aurelius wrote, confine yourself to the present. Do not let your mind be pulled away. The present is sufficient. Seneca said, we are always complaining that our days are few, yet we act as if they will never end. We waste the now. We beg for more time while throwing away the time we have. Epictetus taught the same. He said, do not seek for events to happen as you wish. Wish for them to happen as they do. Then you will live in peace. That wish is always in the present. The present is gift. It is breath. It is body. It is life. To lose the present is to lose everything. To honor the present is to gain life itself. Ask yourself, where is your mind now? On what has passed? On what may come? Or here, this breath, this sound, this stillness. The busy mind resists the present. It wants distraction. It wants to plan. It wants to escape. It fears silence. But silence is where the present waits. Calm is where the present reveals itself. Stillness is how the present enters. Think of the body. It cannot leave the present. It cannot live in yesterday. It cannot breathe tomorrow. Only now. Only this moment. The mind can wander. The body cannot. The body is always present. This is why breath is teacher. Breath is anchor. Breath is reminder. Each inhale is now. Each exhale is now. Each pause between is now. This is the gift. The Stoics lived by this. They were emperors, exiles, teachers. They faced distraction, just as we do. Yet they returned to the moment. They returned to the breath. They returned to what could be done now. Not tomorrow, not when perfect, not when certain. Now. This is freedom, not from duty, not from effort, from illusion, from wasting life in times that are not here. The present is not small, it is vast. It holds every choice. It holds every act of courage. It holds every act of love. What can you do in this moment? You can choose patience. You can speak truth. You can extend kindness. You can breathe with calm. You can release what burdens. What you cannot do is change yesterday. What you cannot do is control tomorrow. Yet how much of life is lost trying? We replay words already spoken. We rehearse fears not yet real. We abandon the only place life exists. Come back, return, here, now. Look around. Notice one small thing, the shape of the light, the sound in the distance, the feel of your body resting. This is present. This is life. The gift is not grand. It is simple. It is humble. It asks for nothing but attention. It gives everything when received. Think of a child at play, fully absorbed. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, just this. That is the present. Think of a craftsman at work, hands moving, mind steady, focused on the task before him. That is the present. Think of a lover in embrace, no distraction, no thought of later, only this moment shared. That is the present. We have known this, we have tasted this, yet we forget. Again and again, so we must return. Again and again. This is Stoic practice, to bring the mind back, to say, not yesterday, not tomorrow, now. Ask yourself, what is within my power right now? This is the only question, the only measure, the only truth. Your answer is always here, not there, not then, here. When anxiety rises, it is often about the future. When regret lingers, it is about the past. Both vanish when you return to now. The present heals, the present steadies, the present frees. You do not need to master all of life tonight. You need only this breath, this choice, this small act of presence. The present moment is not enemy, it is companion. It does not demand, it invites. Accept the invitation, sit with it, breathe with it, live within and it. The gift is simple. You are alive now. You are breathing now. You are here now. Do not waste it in chase. Do not throw it away in distraction. Do not curse it for not being more. It is enough. It has always been enough. It will always be enough. So tonight, return again. Return when the mind runs. Return when the heart aches. Return when fear whispers. Return to now. This is the gift. This is the practice. This is the way. The present moment. Not past, not future. Here, now. Silent, steady, strong. Calm amid chaos. Noise surrounds us. From morning until night. Screens flashing, voices demanding, news shouting. The world does not stop. Your phone rings, your inbox fills. Your schedule grows. Everywhere, more noise. It is easy to believe calm is impossible. That stillness is for monks or mountains. That peace requires silence. It does not. The Stoics lived in crowded cities, markets full, politics fierce, homes busy. Still they found calm. Marcus Aurelius wrote his meditations surrounded by soldiers and statesmen. Seneca wrote letters while living in the heart of Rome. Epictetus taught in a noisy school of life, with hardship at his door. They found calm amid chaos. So can you. Calm is not the absence of noise. It is presence within it. It is the choice to remain steady while the world moves. Think of a lighthouse. The waves crash. The storm rages. The light does not flicker. It shines. That is calm. Think of a stone in a river. Water rushes. Currents roar. The stone remains. That is calm. Chaos will not end. Noise will not leave. The world is what it is. The practice is to remain yourself within it. How? By remembering what belongs to you, not the shouts of the crowd, not the judgments of strangers, not the demands beyond your reach. Only your reason. Only your choices. Only your breath. When noise rises, return to breath. Slow, steady, anchor in the rhythm. You cannot silence the world. You can steady your lungs. You can calm your body. You can quiet the storm inside. When chaos pulls, return to values. Ask, what matters here? What is within my control? What is noise? What is signal? Choose action aligned with virtue. Let the rest pass. The crowd may mock. The news may shout. The market may tremble. You remain calm. You remain grounded. You remain steady. This is not escape. It is mastery. It is power over the self. Ask yourself, when was the last time noise stole your peace? Was it a headline, a harsh word, a crowded schedule? Did you lose yourself in it? Did Did you forget your ground? Notice how draining it felt. Notice how fragile it made you. Now imagine the same moment, but with calm. The insult arrives. You breathe once. You respond, or not, with clarity. The headline screams. You note it without panic. The schedule crowds. You take one step, then another. Calm amid chaos. This is possible. This is practice. The Stoics did not ask for quiet lives. They asked for steady hearts. They asked for reason to guide them, not the crowd. They asked for calm within. Noise is only noise if you give it power. Chaos is only chaos if you let it enter. You decide what to admit. You decide what to carry. The mind is your citadel. Strong walls, steady gates. Do not open them for every sound. Do not surrender them to every voice. Let only what is useful enter. Let only what aligns with virtue remain. The rest can pass. Think of standing in a busy square, people rushing, voices clashing, carts rattling. Yet inside, your breath is steady, your thoughts are clear, your steps deliberate. This is calm amid chaos. Think of sitting by a fire. The storm outside pounds walls. Wind howls, rain lashes. Inside, the flame is steady. The warmth remains. That is you. Calm is not found in silence. It is built in noise. It is forged in chaos. Each time you return to yourself, you strengthen it. Each time you refuse panic, you deepen it. The practice is simple. Noise rises, you pause, you breathe. You ask, is this mine? If yes, act with reason. If no, release it. That is calm. Over time, this becomes habit. Noise still comes, chaos still swirls. But you remain steady. Others panic. You do not. Others scatter. You hold ground. This calm is strength. Not loud, not proud. Quiet. Enduring, like the lighthouse, like the stone, like the fire. Ask yourself again, what noise rules me today? Whose voice do I obey without reason? What chaos do I carry inside that does not belong to me? Name it, release it, return to calm. The world will not grow quieter. Screens will not dim, crowds will not thin, but you can grow calmer. You can dim the noise inside. You can thin the chaos in your mind. This is the Stoic path. To be calm not after chaos, but within it. To be steady not because life is easy, but because you are grounded. Tonight, let the noise fade. Not because the world stopped, because you chose not to carry it. You chose silence within. You chose calm amid chaos. Breathe once more. Feel the body soften. Feel the mind settle. The world is still loud. You are still calm. That is enough. The role of ego. There is a voice inside that always wants more. More attention, more recognition, more proof. It whispers when you succeed. Show them. It whispers when you fail. Hide it. It pushes you to defend. It pushes you to compare. It never rests. This is the ego, not the true self, not the steady self. It is the restless shadow. The Stoics warned us of it. They wrote again and again, do not serve your pride. Do not let your life be ruled by the hunger of the ego. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, fame is smoke, reputation is noise. Death comes to kings and beggars alike. Why chase what does not last? Seneca said, what need is there to weep over parts of life? The whole of it calls for tears. He spoke to pride. He spoke to ego. He said, do not take yourself so seriously. All passes. Epictetus taught his students, When insulted, remember, it is not you that is hurt, but your opinion of yourself. Ego is that opinion, not your core, not your reason, just noise. So why is ego so heavy? Because it resists stillness, because it demands constant feeding, because it makes you fragile. The higher the ego climbs, the harder it falls. The louder the ego speaks, the less you hear truth. The stronger the ego clings, the weaker you become. Look closely. When do you suffer most? Is it when someone questions you? When someone ignores you? When someone outshines you? Notice the sting. Notice how it burns. That burn is ego. Now imagine the same moment without ego. Someone mocks. You breathe. You see their words as theirs, not yours, not your worth. You remain calm. Someone else succeeds. You see it as theirs, not theft, not insult. You remain free. This is the gift of quieting ego. Freedom, peace, calm. Ego is heavy. It makes you carry reputation on your back. It makes you guard appearances like fragile glass. It makes you fight battles that do not matter. When you soften ego, you lighten. You walk easier. You see clearer. You rest deeper. The world feeds ego daily. Advertisements whisper, you are not enough. Buy this, prove this, show this. Social voices push. Be admired, be seen, be envied. Ego thrives here. It grows fat. It grows restless. But you have choice. You can starve ego. You can refuse its food. You can let it shrink. How? Through humility, through gratitude, through focus on what matters. Humility says, I do not need to be greatest. I need to be true. Gratitude says, I do not need more. I need to honor what I have. Focus says, I do not need to be everywhere. I need to be present here. Ego hates these. It wants comparison. It wants applause. It wants future and past. But humility, gratitude, and focus root you in now. They root you in peace. Ask yourself, when has ego ruled me? When did I act to be seen, not to be right? When did I choose pride, not wisdom? When did I chase approval, not virtue? Do not condemn yourself. Simply notice. Awareness is the first step. With awareness, ego shrinks. With awareness, truth grows. The Stoics remind us, you are small in the scale of time. Your pride will not last. Your name will fade. Your image will vanish. So why cling to them? Why let them rule your days? Instead, build character, not reputation. Build virtue, not image. Build peace, not applause. This is lasting. This is real. This is free from ego. Think of the ocean. It does not need to boast its size. It simply is. Think of the mountain. It does not shout its height. It simply stands. So too with you. You need not prove. You need not display. You need only to live aligned with reason, with virtue. The ego resists. It will return again. It will whisper again. But each time you notice, you weaken it. Each time you ignore, you quiet it. Each time you live true, you step free. Strength without ego is deeper. It does not need applause. It does not need witness. It rests in itself. It endures without noise. Ask again, what am I holding to protect ego? An old argument? A title? A story about myself? Do I need it? Or can I let it go? Letting go does not make you smaller. It makes you lighter. It makes you stronger. This is what the Stoics practiced. Self-mastery, not self-display. inner strength, not outer pride. So tonight, release ego's demand. Release the need to prove. Release the hunger to be admired. Sit quietly, breathe, let ego fade, let peace remain. In the morning, the world will call again. It will test your pride. It will tempt your ego. Smile, decline, stay grounded. Humility will guard you. Gratitude will steady you. Virtue will guide you. With these, ego is no master. With these, peace is yours. This is the role of ego, to tempt, to test, to remind you where true strength lies. Not in pride, in peace, not in display, in virtue, not in ego, in reason. So breathe once more. Feel the quiet of humility. Feel the ease of gratitude. Feel the steadiness of peace. You are enough without ego. You are strong without applause. You are whole without display. This is freedom. This is calm. This is the peace the Stoics carried. The value of discipline. There is a quiet strength that comes from order. Not order imposed by others, not order forced by fear. Order chosen, order lived, order born of discipline. Many hear the word and think of harshness, of punishment, of a life without joy. But discipline is not cruelty. Discipline is care. It is the way you honor yourself. It is how you show respect for your own time, your own body, your own mind. Without discipline, life drifts. Days blur, promises break, dreams fade into wishes. We wake up and wonder where the years went. With discipline, life steadies. Time has shape. Promises hold. Dreams take form. We wake up and know, I walked with purpose. The Stoics valued this deeply. They knew discipline was not about control of others. It was about mastery of the self. Epictetus taught his students, no man is free who is not master of himself. Freedom without discipline is illusion. You become slave to impulse, to appetite, to fear. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself each morning, at dawn, when you rise unwillingly, let this thought be in your mind, I rise to do the work of a human being. Even an emperor had to discipline himself to rise, to meet duty, to live with intention. Seneca wrote of restraint, restraint in wealth, restraint in luxury, not because joy is evil, because excess enslaves, because indulgence without measure erodes strength. Ask yourself, when have you felt most steady? Was it after giving in to every desire, or after keeping a promise to yourself? The truth is clear. Impulse feels sweet in the moment, then it leaves bitterness. Discipline feels heavy in the moment, then it leaves peace. This is why discipline is care. It guards you against regret. It shapes you toward peace. Think of a musician. The beauty of the song does not appear by chance. It comes from hours of steady practice. From the discipline of repetition, each note earned, each phrase refined. Discipline is not the enemy of art. It is the ground from which art grows. Think of an athlete. Strength is not given. It is built. Through training when tired. Through practice in heat and cold. Through discipline, the body is prepared. Without it, fragility remains. Life itself is no different. Discipline prepares the soul. It strengthens the will. It steadies the mind. The world mocks discipline. It praises ease. It sells indulgence. It whispers, relax, you deserve it. Impulse agrees. Ego claps. Yet after, emptiness returns. The Stoics saw through this. They chose discipline not because life was cruel, They chose it because life is precious, too precious to waste, too precious to drift. Ask again, what small promise can you keep today? Rise at the hour you said, finish the task you began, speak truth, even when silence would be easier. Spend only what is wise, eat only what nourishes. Train body and mind with steady steps. Each kept promise builds trust, not with others, with yourself. You learn, I can rely on me. That is strength, that is peace. Without discipline, ego rules, impulse commands, noise dictates your path. With discipline, you rule. Reason commands, virtue guides. This is not about chains, it is about freedom. The freedom to live without regret. The freedom to choose action over reaction. The freedom to walk your path without being dragged by appetite. Think of a river. Without banks, it floods. With banks, it flows strong, steady, clear. Discipline is the banks. Your life is the river. Think of fire. Uncontrolled, it destroys. Guided, it warms, it creates, it builds. Discipline is the guide. Your will is the flame. Practice begins small. One promise, one habit, one step, then another. Strength grows slowly, yet steadily. Each act of discipline layers upon the last. Over time, discipline becomes habit. Habit becomes nature. Nature becomes freedom. The Stoics practiced this even in comfort. They would fast. They would sleep on the ground. They would remind themselves, I can endure. So when hardship came, they were not fragile. They were prepared. This is also discipline, training the mind for life. Ask yourself, where do I lack discipline now? Where do I break trust with myself? Do I say I will rise early, yet remain in bed? Do I say I will speak kindly, yet lose temper? Do I say I will live simply, yet chase excess? Do not condemn yourself. See clearly. Then return. Then begin again. Discipline is not perfection. It is persistence. It is return. It is the daily choice to rise again. You will fail. All do. The Stoics failed as well. Marcus wrote in his journal of losing patience, of falling short. Yet he wrote again the next day. That is discipline, not never falling, always returning. Think of a craftsman shaping stone. One strike will not form it. Thousands of strikes shape beauty. So too with discipline. Each small act shapes the self. Each small return builds the whole. The reward is not applause. The reward is steadiness. The reward is peace. You walk through life with trust in yourself. You no longer fear your own weakness. You know you can endure. You know you can choose. The value of discipline is this. It is self-respect. It is dignity. It is freedom. The world grows louder. Temptation grows stronger. Chaos grows heavier. Discipline is anchor. Discipline is shield. Discipline is path. Tonight, reflect. Where can I begin? Where can I show care to myself through discipline? Do not think of grand vows. Think of one step, one act, one promise. Then keep it. Tomorrow, another, then another. This is how character grows. This is how peace builds. In time, discipline no longer feels heavy. It feels natural. It feels kind. It feels like love, because it is. To live with discipline is to live in care, for body, for mind, for soul. The Stoics knew this. They lived it. You can too. So breathe once more. Feel the calm of order. Feel the strength of restraint. Feel the peace of promises kept. This is discipline, this is care, this is freedom. Simplicity as strength. Much of life is clutter. Clutter of things, clutter of thoughts, clutter of noise that fills the mind. We think more adds power, more wealth, more words, more possessions, more recognition. Yet often, more makes us weaker, because more distracts, because more burdens, because more scatters the self. The Stoics pointed us back to less, back to the simple, back to what cannot be taken. Seneca wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, who is poor. Poverty is not lack, poverty is greed. Wealth is not possession, wealth is sufficiency." Marcus Aurelius said, "Very little is needed for a happy life." Why? Because happiness rests not in what we collect, it rests in how we see, how we live, how we use what we already have. Epictetus owned almost nothing. He lived in a small room. His possessions could be counted easily. Still he lived with depth. Still he lived with wisdom. Still he lived free. Ask yourself, what weighs on me now? Is it the pile of objects that need care? Is it the endless tasks that steal my time? Is it the opinions of others I chase? Notice how heavy it feels. Notice how restless it makes you. Now imagine setting it down. Fewer things, fewer demands, fewer voices, more space, more clarity, more peace. This is not about owning nothing. It is about needing less. It is about choosing wisely. It is about clearing the noise so you can hear the signal. Think of a room filled with clutter, every surface crowded, every corner stacked. You cannot see the floor, you cannot breathe. Now imagine it cleared. A few things remain, each useful, each cared for. The space opens, the mind opens. That is simplicity. Life is the same. Fill it with clutter, and you lose sight of what matters. Clear it, and you see deeply. You see what is steady. You see what is true. The world sells the opposite. It says, add more, buy more, chase more, fill every hour, collect every praise, own every new thing. But this is noise. This is weight. This is weakness. Strength is found in less. Strength is found in clarity. Strength is found in the simple. Ask again, what can I release today? An object I no longer use, a demand I do not need to obey, a thought that serves only fear. Let it go. See what remains. Notice the peace in it. Simplicity is not absence. It is focus. It is depth. It is stripping away the surface so you can reach the core. Think of writing. A page filled with cluttered words confuses. A page of clear, simple sentences speaks. The same with life. Simplicity gives strength to meaning. Think of music. Too many notes blur the song. The right notes, simple and placed with care, move the soul. The same with life. Simplicity gives strength to beauty. Think of speech. A flood of words hides truth. A few words, spoken with clarity, remain. The same with life. Simplicity gives strength to action. The Stoics lived this way. They wore plain clothes. They ate simple meals. They spoke without flourish. Not because they hated beauty, because they valued clarity. Because they knew depth hides beneath excess. You can do the same. Begin with one act. Simplify one corner of life. Clear one space. Shorten one task. Release one possession. Notice the calm it brings. Then expand. Simplify another. And another. Let life breathe. Let mind breathe. Let soul breathe. This is not withdrawal. This is not denial. This is choice. to live with less noise, to live with more depth. When you live simply, you see more clearly. You notice what matters, you cherish what remains, you honor what lasts. Ask again, what do I truly need? Food enough, shelter enough, a body cared for, a mind aligned with reason, a heart aligned with virtue. Is this not enough? All else is extra. Extra is not evil, but extra is not necessary. If it comes, accept. If it goes, release. Peace rests in this balance. The clutter of life breeds fear. Fear of losing, fear of missing, fear of falling behind. Simplicity frees. It says, I have what I need. It says, I am enough. Strength is not in accumulation. Strength is in clarity. Strength is in sufficiency. So tonight, consider, what one thing can I set down? What one noise can I turn off? What one demand can I release? Do it. Feel the calm. Feel the strength. Tomorrow, repeat. Let the practice grow. Let the peace deepen. In time, simplicity becomes nature, not forced, not effort, flowing, steady, strong. This is the gift of simplicity. It does not empty life. It fills it. It does not weaken. It strengthens. It does not take. It gives. The world is loud. Simplicity is quiet. The world is scattered. Simplicity is focused. The world is heavy. Simplicity is light. Choose it. Live it. Honor it. In simplicity you will find depth. In simplicity you will find strength. In simplicity you will find peace, acceptance, and peace. There are moments when life does not bend to our will. Plans fall apart, people change, fortune turns, the heart resists, the mind protests. We say, it should not be this way. That protest is suffering, not the event, not the loss, not the turn of fate. The resistance is the wound. The Stoics saw this clearly. They did not deny pain. They did not deny grief. They named them. They felt them. But they did not resist what could not be changed. Epictetus said, do not seek for events to happen as you wish, but wish them to happen as they do. Then you will live in peace. This is acceptance, not weakness, not surrender. Wisdom, clarity. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, the universe is change. Life is opinion. If you resist change, you resist life itself. If you accept change, you move with it. Seneca wrote, what need is there to weep over parts of life? The whole of it calls for tears. He was not cruel. He was clear. Suffering belongs to life. Acceptance turns it into teacher. Ask yourself, what do I resist now? What truth do I deny? What reality do I fight against? Notice the weight of resistance. Notice the storm it brings inside. Now imagine release, not erasing the truth, not pretending it does not hurt, simply saying, yes, it is so. The storm eases, the weight lightens, peace begins. Acceptance is not approval. It does not mean you like what happened. It does not mean you stop acting where you can. It means you stop fighting what is beyond you. You free your strength for what remains in your control. This is the heart of Stoic practice, the line between what is mine and what is not. What belongs to me? My choices, my values, my actions. What does not? The turns of fate, the choices of others, the passing of time. Acceptance rests on this line. Peace is found here. Think of the sea. The waves rise and fall. The tide comes in, then leaves. You cannot command the ocean. You can sail upon it. You can work with its flow. You can accept its nature. Think of the seasons. Winter arrives, cold and harsh. Spring follows, then summer, then autumn. You may prefer one, you may long for another, but the cycle is not yours to command. Acceptance brings harmony. Life is the same. Events rise and fall like tides. Fortunes shift like seasons. Your peace depends not on control of them. Your peace depends on acceptance. Ask again, what has life given me now? What is within my hands? What is beyond them? Hold what is yours. Release what is not. That release is acceptance. That release is peace. Many fear acceptance. They think it means passivity. They think it means quitting. It does not. Acceptance is not the end of action. It is the beginning of right action. When you deny reality, your action is wasted. You fight shadows. You fight the tide. When you accept reality, your action is clear. It meets truth as it is. It shapes what can be shaped. It leaves the rest with calm. This is not easy. The heart clings. The mind resists. Still, the practice remains. To see what is. To bow to it. To act within it. Imagine carrying a heavy stone. You resist the weight. You curse it. You grow weary. Now imagine accepting, yes, it is heavy. Your body adjusts. Your step steadies. The burden is no lighter, yet you are calmer. This is the shift. Imagine rain falling. You shout at the sky. You demand it stop. You grow bitter, or you accept it rains. You take shelter. You walk slower. You adjust. The rain still falls, yet you suffer less. Acceptance is the way to peace, not because life becomes easy, because you stop multiplying pain with resistance. You stop adding anger to loss. You stop adding fear to change. Ask once more, what truth have I avoided? Say it softly. Let it be. Feel the calm that follows. The Stoics practiced this daily. Marcus reminded himself, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think. Not despair, clarity, acceptance of mortality, peace in the face of the inevitable. Epictetus told his students, when you kiss your child, whisper to yourself, they may not be here tomorrow. Not cruelty, clarity, acceptance of fragility, peace in love, unchained by fear of loss. Seneca counseled, rehearse adversity in your mind, not to suffer twice, to accept its possibility, to soften its blow, to walk ready. This is practice, to meet each day as gift, not guarantee, to meet each turn as part of the whole, to accept the whole. Tonight, breathe into this truth. Some things you cannot change, some things you cannot keep, some things you cannot prevent. Breathe into them, let them be. Return to what is yours, your reason, your choices, your virtue. Here lies peace. The world will not stop shifting. People will not stop changing. Fortune will not stop turning. But you can stop resisting. You can stop clinging. You can start accepting. This is the path to stillness. This is the way to peace. So, rest now. Let go of the fight against what is. Let the day be what it was. Let tomorrow come as it will. You remain steady, calm, at peace. The balance of effort and rest. Life has a rhythm. Push and pause, rise and fall, breath in, breath out. The body itself teaches this truth. The heart beats, then rests. The lungs fill, then release. The cycle is unbroken. This is balance. We forget this rhythm. We chase only forward motion. always producing, always rushing, always demanding more of ourselves. We praise effort, we fear stillness, we call rest laziness, yet nothing in nature grows without pause. The tree does not bloom forever. It drops its leaves, it rests in winter, then it blooms again. The soil does not yield endlessly, it must lie fallow, it must recover. Then it brings forth harvest once more. So it is with us. Effort without rest burns, rest without effort decays. Only balance sustains. The Stoics knew this. They worked with discipline, they endured with courage, yet they also understood the need for retreat. Marcus Aurelius wrote of finding refuge in himself, not to abandon duty, to renew, to return clearer, stronger, steadier. Seneca urged his friend Lucilius to rest in philosophy, to set aside business for a time, to read, to think, to restore, for without renewal, effort loses meaning. Epictetus told his students to live like athletes of the soul. An athlete trains with intensity, then recovers with intention. Too much training breaks the body. Too much rest weakens it. Balance builds strength. Ask yourself, do I crush the mind with constant noise, or do I hide in comfort, avoiding the work that calls me? Both are imbalance, both lead to weakness. Effort without rest is fire that consumes. Rest without effort is soil that hardens. The harmony of both creates strength. Picture a bow, always drawn, it snaps. Never drawn, it withers unused. Drawn and released in rhythm, it serves its purpose. So too with you. Picture the sailor. He rows with strength, then he rests, letting the wind carry him. He does not row without pause. He does not drift without action. Balance guides him to safe harbor. The world teaches excess. It glorifies the grind. Work more hours, sleep less, produce constantly, never pause. It calls this success, but it is sickness. It hollows the body. It clouds the mind. It empties the soul. Rest is not weakness. Rest is wisdom. Rest prepares effort. Rest makes effort effective. The world also tempts the other extreme. Ease without effort, comfort without struggle, indulgence without restraint. This too is sickness. It softens the will. It weakens the body. It dulls the mind. The Stoics avoided both, not extremes, not endless striving, not endless ease, moderation, reason, balance. Ask again, what does rest mean for me? Is it sleep without guilt? Is it silence from screens? Is it a walk without destination? Is it reading, reflecting, breathing slowly? Rest is not escape. Rest is renewal. Rest is care. And what does effort mean? It is not endless busyness. It is focused action. It is discipline applied to what matters. It is choosing virtue in deed, not only in thought. Effort is how we express values in the world. Together, they sustain a life. Without effort, rest is idleness. Without rest, effort collapses. Think of breath. Hold the inhale too long, you suffocate. Hold the exhale too long, you faint. The cycle of both keeps you alive. Balance keeps you whole. Tonight, reflect. Am I out of rhythm? Do I push without pause? Do I hide in rest without rising? Where do I lean too far? Be honest. Do not condemn. See clearly. Then, adjust. Add effort where you avoid. Add rest where you exhaust. This is wisdom. This is care for the self. This is how strength is built, not wasted. The Stoics practiced this. Marcus faced endless duty, yet retreated into stillness when needed. Seneca managed wealth and politics, yet paused for letters and reflection. Epictetus taught discipline, yet lived simply, quietly, restoring his soul daily. You can practice the same. Work with focus. Then rest with presence. When you rest, rest fully. When you work, work wholly. Do not blur the two. Do not rest while half working. Do not work while half resting. Give each its time. Give each its respect. Effort is noble when aligned with reason. Rest is noble when aligned with care. Together, they create harmony. Think of the farmer again. He plants, he waters, he tends, then he waits. He trusts the season. He does not pull the seed each day to check. He balances effort with patience. Think of the craftsman. He shapes the wood, he sands, he polishes. Then he steps back. He lets the piece rest. He returns with fresh eyes. Balance creates beauty. You too are shaping your life. Too much force cracks it. Too little effort leaves it unformed. Balanced strokes create strength. So breathe into balance. Breathe into rhythm. Inhale effort. Exhale rest. Again, again. Let the body remind the mind. This is how life sustains. The world will tempt you to forget. It will glorify the sleepless. It will shame the restful. Ignore it. Return to rhythm. Trust it. Effort builds muscle. Rest heals it. Effort trains the mind. Rest clears it. Effort tests the soul. Rest renews it. Both are sacred. Both are necessary. Both belong to the Stoic path. So tonight, ask once more, what step of effort calls me? What act of rest restores me? Commit to both. Hold them in balance. Live in rhythm. Strength is not only in striving. Strength is also in pausing. Strength is not only in motion. Strength is also in stillness. Know when to rise. Know when to sit. Know when to press forward. Know when to let go. This is wisdom. This is balance. This is peace. Gratitude in small things. The restless mind often runs toward what is missing. It replays what went wrong. It fixates on what has not yet come. It builds stories of lack. It whispers, not enough. Desire becomes louder than presence. Complaint becomes louder than calm. In this noise, gratitude fades. Yet peace begins with gratitude, not with riches, not with power, not with rare fortune. Peace begins with noticing the ordinary, with honoring the simple, with thanking what is already here. The Stoics returned to this truth again and again. They knew that possessions vanish. They knew that health weakens. They knew that time slips away. They knew that people change. So they trained the mind to see what remains. They trained the heart to honor what endures. Marcus Aurelius began his mornings with remembrance. He wrote, "Think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to love, not the applause of crowds, not the wealth of gold, just breath, just thought, just love." That was enough. Seneca wrote to his friend Lucilius, "No one is poor who lives within the limits of nature. Food enough, shelter enough, clothing enough, peace enough. This is true wealth. This is sufficiency." Epictetus said, "He is wise who does not grieve for what he has not, but rejoices in what he has." That is gratitude. That is wisdom. That is freedom. Ask yourself now, what do you pass by each day? The warmth of the sun on your skin, the coolness of water on your lips, the sound of rain against the window, the breath that moves quietly in and out, the body that carries you through another day. Each of these is gift. Each deserves thanks. Gratitude is not reserved for the extraordinary. It lives in the ordinary. The smile of a stranger, the steady flame of a candle, the simple taste of bread, the stillness before sleep. These are not small, they are life. The anxious mind says, I lack. Gratitude says, I have. The envious mind says, why not me? Gratitude says, what I hold is gift. The weary mind says, too little. Gratitude says, enough. This shift calms the soul. It draws attention from scarcity to sufficiency, from wanting to being, from noise to stillness. Think of water, clear, cold, a single glass on a hot day. Without it, life ends. With it, everything grows. Gratitude sees the glass not as ordinary, but as treasure. Think of air, invisible, unnoticed, yet every breath sustains. Gratitude remembers this. Each inhale a gift, each exhale release. Think of light, each sunrise breaking the dark, each sunset closing the day. They come freely, they come daily. Gratitude honors them. The Stoics did not deny pain, they did not deny hardship, they did not pretend all was well. They accepted loss, they accepted fragility, yet they balanced sorrow with thanks for what remained, for what endured, for what still could be honored. Gratitude does not erase suffering, it steadies it, it softens it, it balances it. It reminds us, even here, something remains. Even here, something can be thanked. Ask again, what remains for me now, even in difficulty, even in loss? What still stands? The answer is never nothing. There is always something to thank. Imagine moving through a day without complaint. You wake and thank the light. You walk and thank the ground. You eat and thank the food. You speak and thank the chance to speak. Even in hardship, you thank the breath that sustains you. This is not fantasy. This is practice. Each night, recall 3 things, not grand, not rare. 3 small gifts: the kindness of a friend, the warmth of a blanket, the quiet of evening. Write them, name them, thank them. Do this daily. Gratitude will grow, the mind will shift, peace will deepen. Think of a garden. One eye sees only weeds, another notices the bloom among them. The garden is the same. The difference is attention. Gratitude notices bloom. Think of a meal. One calls it plain, another calls it nourishment. The meal is the same. The difference is gratitude. Think of a day. One calls it wasted, another calls it gift. The hours are the same. The difference is heart. Gratitude is perspective. It is choice. It is practice. The world will tempt you to forget. It will show you what you lack. It will whisper that others have more. It will measure your life against shadows. Decline it. Return to what is present. Return to what is enough. Enough is not little. Enough is treasure. Enough is freedom. Enough is peace. The Stoics lived simply. They practiced gratitude daily. They knew gratitude makes poverty rich. They knew ingratitude makes riches poor. They chose the wealth of enough. They chose the strength of gratitude. You can too. Begin small. Thank the breath. Thank the stillness. Thank the moment. Repeat. Let it grow. Over time, gratitude becomes nature. You begin to see gifts where others see lack. You begin to see beauty where others see noise. You begin to see peace where others see burden. Gratitude is not loud. It does not shout. It does not demand. It whispers. It steadies. It heals. It is medicine for the restless mind. It is comfort for the tired heart. It is balance for the anxious soul. So pause now. Notice this breath. Thank it. Notice this stillness. Thank it. Notice this moment. Thank it. The gifts are here. The peace is here. The gratitude is here. Rest in it. Live in it. Be carried by it. The wisdom of silence. There is power in what is not said. Silence holds a weight that words often cannot. It creates space. It calms storms. It reveals truth. Noise fills the world. Every hour brings chatter. Voices demand answers. Screens demand reactions. Opinions collide. Arguments flare. Amid the noise, the self is scattered. Silence is the return. It is the anchor. It is the steady ground beneath the noise. The Stoics understood this. They did not despise speech. They valued clear words. They practiced reason, but they also saw the wisdom of restraint. Not every thought deserves voice. Not every moment needs response. Epictetus warned, "Nature gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we might listen twice as much as we speak." Listening is the art of silence. It is presence without interruption. It is humility before truth. Marcus Aurelius often withdrew into himself, not to escape duty, to retreat into stillness. He wrote of finding calm within, even when surrounded by voices. This was his refuge. This was his clarity. Seneca counseled moderation in words. He said, "Speech that is brief and measured carries weight. Excessive speech loses strength. Like coin worn thin, words without silence lose value." Ask yourself, how often do I rush to fill silence? How often do I answer without pause? How often do I speak only to ease discomfort? Notice the impulse. Notice the fear of quiet. Now imagine choosing silence. A question lingers, and you breathe before speaking. An argument rises, and you step back instead of striking. A friend shares pain, and you listen without interruption. The silence itself becomes answer. The silence itself becomes healing. Silence does not mean absence. It does not mean emptiness. It is presence sharpened. It is attention focused. It is strength contained. Think of the sea at dawn, no sound but the water's rhythm. Yet the silence speaks more than words. It calms, it restores, it teaches. Think of the forest, still but alive. Every rustle, every whisper carried by silence. You hear more because noise is gone. Silence reveals. Think of a conversation. One voice rushes to fill every pause. The other waits, listens, responds with care. Which speaks with more power? It is silence that gives words meaning. It is pause that makes speech sharp. The world rewards quick reply, quick judgment, quick reaction. But wisdom waits. Wisdom breathes. Wisdom rests in silence before it moves. Ask again, where can I practice silence today? When faced with anger, can I withhold the quick retort? When tempted to boast, can I rest in quiet strength? When urged to complain, can I choose the calm of silence instead? This practice builds peace. It also builds respect. Others hear depth in the one who does not rush. Others feel seen by the one who listens. Others trust the one who holds silence with patience. Silence is also a teacher to the self. When you sit in quiet, your thoughts rise. They scatter at first, then they settle. You see them clearly. You learn their nature. Without silence, they stay hidden beneath noise. This is why the Stoics valued reflection. They practiced journaling. They spoke with themselves in writing. They entered silence to hear the mind without interruption. Through silence they gained clarity. You can do the same. Set aside moments without sound. No voice, no screen, no rush. Just breath, just thought, just presence. At first it feels strange. The mind resists. It seeks distraction. It seeks noise. Stay with it. Let silence reveal itself. Let silence teach you. You will notice the small, the rhythm of your breath, the beat of your heart, the texture of stillness around you. Each is gift, each is reminder. You are alive, you are here, you are enough. Silence is not escape, it is strength. It does not weaken speech, it strengthens it. It does not delay action, it clarifies it. Think of the archer. He does not release in haste. He pauses, he breathes, he waits for the stillness. Then the arrow flies. True. So it is with silence. It steadies action. It sharpens choice. Think of the craftsman. He does not strike without thought. He looks, he measures, he pauses, then he shapes. So it is with silence. It prepares creation. It deepens work. Silence also protects. Much harm is done by words spoken too soon. Much regret is born of speech not weighed. Silence shields you from this. It gives space for reason to lead. It spares you from chains of impulse. Ask yourself once more, what silence have I avoided? What truth have I drowned with noise? What wisdom have I missed by rushing to speak? Let silence answer. Let silence remind you. The Stoics chose silence not because they feared words. They chose it because they honored truth. They knew silence often speaks louder than sound. They knew silence shapes character. They knew silence brings peace. You can choose the same. Practice restraint in words. Practice listening without reply. Practice sitting with silence as friend, not enemy. Over time, silence becomes nature. You will not fear it. You will seek it. You will treasure it. In silence, gratitude grows. In silence, peace deepens. In silence, wisdom speaks. So breathe now. Let the noise fall away. Rest in the stillness around you. Rest in the silence within you. It is not empty. It is full. It is not weak. It is strong. It is not nothing. It is everything. This is the wisdom of silence. This is the strength of quiet. This is the path to peace. Finding stability in values. The world shifts quickly. Fortunes rise, then fall. Reputations grow, then collapse. Bodies strengthen, then weaken. Time carries all things forward. Nothing remains still. Amid this movement, the soul seeks ground. Without ground, it drifts. It is tossed by every change. It bends with every wind. It breaks with every storm. The Stoics taught that ground is found in values, not in wealth, not in praise, not in fleeting comfort, in virtue, in reason, in principles that endure when all else shifts. Marcus Aurelius wrote that the universe is change, but our guiding reason can remain. What others do is not mine. What fate brings is not mine. What I choose, how I act, who I become, this is mine. This is my ground. Epictetus was once a slave. His body belonged to another, yet he said no one could touch his will. No master could chain his reason. No hand could move his choice. This was his freedom. This was his stability. Seneca lived among wealth and power. He saw how quickly both could vanish. He wrote that true riches are found in character. Gold may melt, status may fade, but values endure. Virtue cannot be taken. Ask yourself, what do I stand on now? Is it wealth that can be lost? Is it status that can be broken? Is it beauty that fades? Or is it values that hold steady? When storms rise, only values endure. Integrity, courage, justice, wisdom. They remain when fortune turns. They remain when others falter. They remain when time erodes all else. Think of the tree in the wind. If roots are shallow, it falls. If roots are deep, it bends but stands. Values are the roots. Without them, life is fragile. With them, life is steady. Think of the sailor at sea. Waves rise, storms crash. Without anchor, the vessel drifts. With anchor, it holds. Values are the anchor. They steady you amid change. The world often invites compromise. It whispers, abandon your principles for ease. It tempts, bend your values for gain. It pressures, break your word for approval. Each small surrender weakens the self. Each kept value strengthens it. Ask again, what do I refuse to trade? What do I protect even when it costs? Where do I stand firm when others waver? These are your values. These are your ground. The Stoics taught 4 virtues. Wisdom, to see what is true. Courage, to face what is hard. Justice, to honor what is fair. Temperance, to live with measure. Together, they form stability. Together, they form strength. But each person must also reflect what matters most to me. What do I wish to embody? What do I hope others see when my name is spoken? The answers point to values. Values guide when the map is unclear. Values hold when fortune shifts. Imagine standing before loss. Wealth gone, status gone, comfort gone. If you held integrity, you stand unbroken. If you held justice, you stand respected. If you held courage, you stand strong. If you held wisdom, you stand clear. This is why values matter. They cannot be taken. They cannot be stolen. They remain when all else falls. Life will test this. Opportunities will tempt you to compromise. Fears will urge you to abandon. Voices will pressure you to bend. Stand steady. Return to values. Ask, what aligns with virtue? Then act. At times you will falter. The Stoics faltered too. Marcus lost his temper. Seneca admitted weakness. Epictetus confessed struggle. Yet they returned to values. This is the practice, not perfection, persistence. Ask once more, where have I strayed? Where have I bent when I should have stood? See it. Do not despair. Return. Root deeper. Anchor stronger. Values are not chains. They are foundation. They do not confine. They steady. They free you from the sway of every voice. They free you from fear of every loss. They free you from regret of every compromise. Think of speech. If words shift with every crowd, they are dust. If words flow from values, they endure. Think of action. If deeds chase applause, they vanish with silence. If deeds flow from values, they remain. Think of life. If it rests on fortune, it collapses when fortune falls. If it rests on values, it stands unbroken. So tonight, reflect. What values guide me? What principles hold me steady? Write them, name them, carry them. Tomorrow, practice. When choice comes, pause. Ask, does this align with my values? If yes, act. If no, refuse. This practice builds trust, not with others first, with yourself. Trust grows when you keep faith with your own values. Trust grows when you do not betray yourself. This is strength. This is stability. Over time, values become nature. You no longer weigh every choice. The path is clear. You walk it steady. You walk it free. The world remains uncertain. Storms remain certain. But you stand anchored. You stand rooted. You stand guided. This is the gift of values. They cannot prevent storms. They cannot stop loss. They cannot erase change. But they can steady you. They can carry you. They can keep you whole. So breathe into this truth. You need not control all things. You need only hold to what matters. Let values be your ground. Let values be your root. Let values be your anchor. In them you find stability. In them you find peace. In them you find freedom. Inner freedom. Many chains in life are visible. Walls that hold, locks that close, rules that restrict. These can confine the body. They can shape the path outside, yet they cannot touch the inner self. The Stoics taught that true freedom is not escape from limits. True freedom is mastery within. It is the freedom to choose how to respond, the freedom to govern the mind, the freedom to remain whole, even when the world presses. Epictetus knew this better than most. Born into slavery, beaten, ordered, controlled, yet he said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." He owned little, he commanded nothing. Still, his will was his own. Still, his mind was free. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire, the highest throne, the widest reach. Yet he too wrote, "You may chain my body, but not my soul." For even an emperor is not free if enslaved by desire. Even the powerful are captive if ruled by fear. True freedom is inward. Seneca saw men with riches beyond measure. He saw their palaces. He saw their servants. Yet he called them slaves. Slaves to wealth. Slaves to hunger for more. Slaves to fear of losing what they clutched. He said, "Freedom is found not in power, but in mastery of desire." Ask yourself, where am I bound now? Not by walls, not by locks, by craving, by envy, by fear, by anger. These are the chains that weigh the soul. These are the prisons built within. Now imagine release, not release from the world, release from dependence on it. Fortune may rise or fall. People may praise or condemn. Circumstances may tighten or shift. Yet the soul remains free, because its rule is its own, because its will is steady. This is inner freedom. It cannot be bought. It cannot be stolen. It cannot be given. It is claimed by the self. It is practiced each day. Think of the man insulted. If he responds with rage, he is bound. He gave his peace into another's hands. If he responds with calm, he is free. He chose his own state. Think of the woman surrounded by wealth. If she clings with fear, she is bound. Her heart is chained to her possessions. If she uses them with measure, she is free. She holds them lightly. They do not hold her. Think of the prisoner in a cell. Bars enclose his body, yet if his mind rests in virtue, he is free. He cannot be broken, for freedom rests within. Ask again, who holds my freedom now? Is it the opinion of others? Is it the rise and fall of wealth? Is it the hand of chance? If so, I am bound. If not, I am free. The Stoics did not deny hardship. They did not pretend chains do not weigh. They taught instead that hardship is outside. It touches the body. It touches circumstance. It need not touch the soul. Epictetus said, "You may fetter my leg, but not even Zeus can overcome my will." This is the essence. No power can command the inner self. No fate can enslave the soul that governs itself. This freedom is not careless. It is not reckless. It is discipline. it is reason, it is alignment with virtue. When you live by values, you cannot be bent. When you hold to reason, you cannot be forced. When you rest in virtue, you are already free. Think of the wind. It shifts without asking. It blows this way, then that. You cannot command it. You can only sail by it. If your soul depends on the wind, you are captive. If your soul depends on your reason, you are free. Think of the crowd. They praise, then condemn. They lift, then cast down. If your peace depends on them, you are captive. If your peace rests in your values, you are free. The practice of inner freedom begins small. Notice each time you hand your peace away. Notice each time you let another control your state. Then return. Say, "This is mine, my reason, my choice, my will." You will falter. The Stoics faltered too. Anger rose, fear struck, desire pulled. Still they returned. Still they practiced. Freedom grows with each return. Ask once more, where did I hand away my freedom today? In anger at insult, in envy at success, in fear of loss. See it, name it, reclaim it. This is freedom, not perfect control of life, perfect control of self. The world remains uncertain. Fortune will shift, people will change, time will move. Yet you remain free if you govern your will. You remain free if you align with virtue. You remain free if you master the self. Over time, this becomes nature. The soul stands steady while the world shakes. The self remains calm while storms roar. The inner citadel holds. No voice can break it. No chain can bind it. No loss can destroy it. This is the gift of Stoic practice, not escape from life, freedom within life. Not retreat from hardship, strength within hardship. Not control of the world, mastery of the self. So breathe. Notice the freedom of this breath. It is yours. Notice the freedom of this thought. It is yours. Notice the freedom of this will. It is yours. No power can take it, no fate can steal it, no moment can erase it. This is inner freedom. This is strength. This is peace, endurance and patience. Some struggles cannot be rushed. Some seasons cannot be shortened. Some burdens cannot be dropped. They must be carried. They must be endured. They must be lived through with patience. The Stoics understood this truth. They did not promise quick escape from hardship. They promised strength to endure it. They taught that suffering is not only what happens to us, it is also how we meet it. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, if it is endurable, then endure it. Do not complain. Do not curse fate. Stand firm. Accept the weight with dignity. Epictetus said, 2 words should be kept at hand in difficulty: endure and abstain. Endure what cannot be changed. Abstain from what corrupts the soul. These 2 form the heart of patience. Seneca wrote, "Fire tests gold, misfortune tests the strong. Endurance proves character. Patience reveals strength." Ask yourself, what trial do I resist now? What pain do I fight against with anger? What season do I demand to be shorter? Notice how resistance deepens suffering. Notice how impatience adds weight to the load. Now, imagine meeting it calmly. The burden is still there. The time is still long. The pain is still sharp. Yet the soul is steady. The mind is patient. The suffering is not multiplied. This is endurance. This is patience. They do not remove the storm. They steady the sailor within it. They do not erase the fire. They strengthen what passes through it. Think of the mountain. Winds strike. Snows fall. Storms rage. It does not move. It stands through seasons. It endures. This is strength. Think of the seed. It does not rush its growth. It waits through dark soil. It drinks water drop by drop. It breaks slowly into light. This is patience. Life demands both. Endurance for what must be carried, patience for what must unfold. Together they build resilience. Together they form strength deeper than force. The world teaches speed, quick results, instant relief, immediate answers. Yet what is gained quickly is often lost quickly. What is built slowly endures. What is lived patiently strengthens. Ask again, what am I rushing? What am I demanding before its time? What am I unwilling to endure? See it, breathe into it, accept its pace, meet it with patience. The Stoics trained for this. They imagined loss before it came. They accepted discomfort before it struck. They rehearsed adversity in the mind. So when it arrived, they were not broken. They endured with calm. They waited with dignity. You can practice the same. When hardship arises, pause. Say to yourself, I can endure this. Not forever. Only now. This moment. This breath. Then another. Strength grows one breath at a time. Patience is not passivity. It is active waiting. It is steady presence. It is holding ground while time does its work. Think of healing. The body mends slowly. You cannot rush it. You can only care for it. You can only wait with patience. The same with the soul. The same with life. Think of justice. It may be delayed. It may be resisted. Yet those who endure with patience keep working. They persist. They do not despair. They hold steady until the season shifts. Endurance does not mean coldness. It does not mean denial. It means strength with calm. It means carrying the weight without complaint. It means standing without breaking. Patience does not mean indifference. It does not mean weakness. It means trust in time. It means waiting without despair. It means allowing growth its pace. Ask once more, where do I need endurance? Where do I need patience? Is it in grief that lingers? Is it in work that moves slowly? Is it in a hope not yet fulfilled? Hold it with calm. Hold it with steadiness. Hold it without rush. The Stoics knew that all things end. Every season passes. Every pain eases. Every storm clears. Time moves forward without pause. If you endure, you outlast it. If you are patient, you rise through it. This is the secret of strength. Not to escape all trials, to endure them with calm, not to rush all seasons, to wait with trust. Think of the craftsman at work. He does not strike the stone in haste. He strikes slowly, patiently, each blow measured, each step steady. The shape emerges with time. So too with life. Patience reveals form. Think of the runner on the long road. He does not sprint the whole distance. He paces, he endures. He trusts his strength to carry him forward. So too with the soul. Patience carries it through long trials. So breathe now. Feel the strength of this breath. It endures. Feel the calm of this pause. It waits. Together they form patience. Together they form resilience. Endurance and patience do not shout. They do not boast. They are quiet. They are steady. They are lasting. Over time, they become nature. You no longer fear hardship. You no longer rush time. You trust the soul's strength. You trust the season's pace. You live in calm. You live in peace. The world will not slow. Hardship will not vanish. Loss will not end. Yet you can endure. yet you can wait, yet you can remain steady. This is the strength of calm waiting. This is the power of patient endurance. This is the path of the Stoic, living with intention. Most people move through life without asking why. They wake because the clock demands it. They work because others expect it. They speak because silence feels strange. They act because habit pulls them forward. Days pass, but meaning is thin. To live without intention is to drift, like a boat without a rudder, like a leaf carried by the wind. There is motion, but no direction. There is effort, but no purpose. The Stoics warned against this drift. They spoke of living deliberately, of waking each day with clarity, of aligning action with values, not letting chance shape the soul, not letting habit waste the gift of time. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself each morning, "Today I will meet distraction, greed, arrogance, and anger." He did not say this to despair. He said it to prepare. He set intention before the day began. He chose his posture. He chose his response. Seneca wrote, "Life is long if you know how to use it." He did not mean years. He meant depth. One day, lived with clear purpose, can hold more life than decades lived in drift. Epictetus told his students, "First decide who you wish to be, then do what you must do. Identity first, action second, intention at the root, then deed at the surface." Ask yourself now, what do I live for? Not what I chase, not what I fear. What matters most? What do I want my actions to reflect? These questions guide intention. They give shape to choice. They prevent drift. Living with intention does not mean controlling outcomes. You cannot rule fortune. You cannot command others. You cannot fix every event. But you can choose how to move within them. You can choose the purpose behind your steps. This is freedom. Think of the archer. He cannot control the wind. He cannot guarantee the mark. But he can aim with care. He can release with focus. He can live in alignment with his craft. The rest belongs to fate. So too with life. Intention is aim. Intention is focus. Intention is living by choice, not chance. Think, art of the traveler. Without direction, every road is confusion. Every obstacle is despair. With intention, even the long road has meaning. Every obstacle becomes part of the path. Even detours shape the journey. Living with intention does not require grand vows. It requires daily clarity. It means asking, how do I wish to live this hour, this conversation, this task? It is small, but steady. Each act aligned with values. Each step guided by choice. Ask again, what is my aim today? To be patient, to be honest, to be steady, to act with courage. Hold this aim in mind. Let it shape your words. Let it shape your actions. Let it shape your silences. The Stoics practiced this rhythm. Marcus wrote his meditations each night to examine his choices. Did I live as I intended? Where did I stray? Where was I steady? Then he adjusted. Then he returned. Seneca did the same in letters to Lucilius. He measured his day. He corrected gently. He reminded himself, tomorrow I will do better. Not with guilt, with clarity. Epictetus urged his students to rehearse intentions before action, to set their minds like athletes before contest, to know their aim before stepping forward. This is the discipline of intention. You can do the same. Begin your day with a simple reflection. What kind of person will I be today? Not what will happen. Not what fortune may bring. But what posture will I hold? What virtue will I embody? Write it, say it, carry it. At night, Return. Did I live as I intended? Where was I clear? Where was I careless? Do not condemn, do not boast. Simply see, then adjust. This is practice. This is progress. Intention shapes habit. Habit shapes nature. Nature shapes life. A life without intention becomes noise. A life with intention becomes harmony. Think of the craftsman. He does not strike wood at random. Each stroke is measured. Each cut is planned. The final work is not chance. It is purpose embodied. So too with your days. Each act shapes the whole. Each intention leaves its mark. Think of the musician. Every note chosen. Every pause placed. The song becomes beauty through intention, not through accident, not through chaos. So too with your life. Each word, each silence, each gesture, together they form your song. The world pushes against this. It tempts you to scatter, to chase every desire, to react to every noise, to live without anchor. Decline it. Return to intention. Choose your ground. Ask once more, what truly guides me? Is it impulse? Is it fear? Is it habit? Or is it reason? Is it virtue? Is it clarity? Answer honestly. Then act. Living with intention will not erase hardship. Storms still come, loss still cuts, time still moves, but it will steady you. It will remind you who you are when the world forgets. It will keep your path clear when fog surrounds it. Over time, intention brings peace. You no longer waste days in drift. You no longer fear that life is slipping away unnoticed. Each moment is chosen. Each step has weight. Each day has meaning. So breathe. Ask softly, what is my purpose in this breath? Not tomorrow, not years from now. This moment, this act, this choice. Hold it, live it. This is intention, not grand speeches, not rigid plans. Simple clarity, steady purpose, gentle strength. To live with intention is to live awake. To live awake is to live free. This is the way of the Stoic. This is the gift of purpose. This is the calm of a life chosen, not drifted. Returning to the center, life pulls in many directions. Work demands energy. People demand time. Fortune demands worry. Loss demands grief. Noise demands attention. Each pull scatters the self. Thoughts stretch thin. The mind frays. The heart feels divided. We move outward again and again until we forget the ground within. Yet within each of us there is a place untouched, a core that does not scatter, a stillness that does not break. The Stoics called it the inner citadel, a fortress of reason, a refuge of clarity, a center that cannot be stolen. Marcus Aurelius returned here often. He led armies. He bore the weight of empire. He faced betrayal, disease, and war. Yet he wrote, "Nowhere can man retreat more peacefully than into his own soul. Not countryside, not palaces, not escape. Only the stillness within." Epictetus knew chains. He knew commands shouted by others. He knew a life without outer freedom. Yet he said, "You are not what you possess. You are not what others command. You are your reason, your will, your faculty of choice. This is the true self. This is the center." Seneca lived in wealth. He saw palaces and treasures. He also saw how fragile they were. He wrote, "The mind is sovereign, even if fortune strikes, even if health collapses, even if the crowd condemns. The mind remains free if it returns to itself." Ask yourself, when did I last come back to my own center? When did I last close the gates to noise? When did I last rest in silence, if only for a moment? Perhaps it has been long, perhaps I forgot it was there, but it waits, always. The world teaches movement outward, achievement, possession, appearance, constant activity. It rarely teaches return, it rarely honors stillness, yet stillness is the root. Without it, all else is unsteady. Think of the wheel. The rim spins, the spokes move, yet the hub remains still. This stillness allows the wheel to turn, so too with life. The edges whirl with activity, the center rests. To live well, we must return, often to the hub. Think of the sea. Waves crash at the surface, storms churn above, but deep below, the water is calm, unmoved, quiet. The depth sustains the surface, so too with the self. Return to depth, return to calm. The practice is simple, though not easy. Pause, close the gates, breathe, let the noise continue outside. Do not fight it, do not feed it. Simply return inward. Like dust in water, the mind settles if left alone. Clarity returns, peace returns. The Stoics practiced this daily. Marcus used writing to retreat inward, not for audience, not for praise, for himself, to recollect, to return. Seneca ended his days with reflection. He asked, "Where did I act with virtue? Where did I fail? Where can I improve?" This was his way of drawing scattered pieces back to the core. Epictetus urged his students, "Do not be carried by every impression. Stop, examine, choose." This pause was his way of leading the mind back to itself. You can do the same. Return in small ways, in the morning before the rush, in the evening before sleep, in the middle of noise. Close your eyes, breathe, say quietly, "I return to myself," again and again. This is the practice. At the center, what remains, not wealth. It can vanish, not reputation. It can shift, not youth or strength. They fade. What remains is reason. What remains is virtue. What remains is choice. This is the core. This is the citadel. When insult strikes, ask, "Does this touch my reason?" If not, it cannot harm. When fortune fails, ask, "What endures within me still?" When grief arrives, ask, "What part of me cannot be broken?" The answer is always here, the center. Think of a flame. Winds may flicker the edges, smoke may swirl, yet at the heart the fire burns steady. So too with you. Your center is the steady flame. It cannot be extinguished without your consent. Think of the mountain. Storms rage, snow falls, winds strike, branches break, yet the mountain stands, its base unmoved. So too with you. The center is the ground. It does not shift. At times you will forget, you will scatter, you will lose yourself in noise. This is natural. Do not despair. Return. Call yourself back. Each return strengthens the habit. Each return deepens the calm. The world may not quiet. Fortune may not pause. Noise may not end. But you can remain steady. You can return again and again. The center is always waiting. Ask yourself gently, where am I now? Am I scattered in worry? Am I lost in anger? Am I pulled by envy? Notice it. Then return. Close the gates. Rest in the citadel. Over time, this return becomes natural. The self no longer lives only at the rim. It lives from the hub. It acts from stillness. It speaks from calm. It chooses from reason. From this place, life becomes lighter. Tasks remain, but they do not crush. Demands remain, but they do not scatter. Noise remains, but it does not dominate. The center steadies all. So pause now. Breathe deeply. Let thoughts rise and fall. Let worries pass. Feel the calm that remains beneath them. It is not far. It is here. It is you. This is your refuge. This is your fortress. This is your true self. Return often. Return gently. Return with trust. At the center, you find clarity. At the center, you find freedom. At the center, you find peace. The day has passed. Its noise has faded. Its weight has lifted. What is left now is only silence. What is left now is only rest. You have listened to long reflections, lessons of stillness, of courage, of patience, of letting go, of living with intention, each one a thread. Together they weave a fabric strong enough to hold your life, not fragile, not scattered, steady, whole. The Stoics taught that life cannot always be shaped. Events rise, fortune shifts, loss arrives, joy surprises. We do not command these. What we command is how we meet them, with reason, with calm, with silent strength. That strength is not in rushing, not in endless action. It is in stillness. It is in the quiet choice. It is in the centered self. Now, as you lie here, you return to that strength. Your body rests, your breath slows, your mind softens. You release the day. What was done is done. What was left undone belongs to the past now. It cannot be changed. It does not belong to this moment. What tomorrow will bring is unknown. It has not yet arrived. It does not belong to this moment either. This moment is enough. This stillness is enough. This peace is enough. Imagine yourself in a quiet garden. The night sky stretches wide above. The stars shine but make no sound. The air is cool. The earth is firm beneath you. Everything is calm. You are safe. The Stoics found refuge in such quiet. Marcus Aurelius called it retreating into himself. Not a retreat of escape, but of renewal. Within the mind lies a citadel, a fortress untouched by chaos, a ground that cannot be shaken. Epictetus said, "No one commands your will but you, not master, not ruler, not fortune, not loss. Your will is yours alone. It rests within you now, steady as stone." Seneca reminded his friend that the mind is sovereign. Even in hardship, it remains free if it chooses. Even in noise, it remains calm if it returns inward. Even in sorrow, it remains whole if it accepts with dignity. Tonight, you practice this return. Returning to the center. Returning to the still flame that does not flicker. Returning to the mountain that does not move. Returning to the sea depth that storms cannot touch. Your breath is your guide. Each inhale gathers calm. Each exhale releases weight. Inhale, exhale, return. Thoughts may appear. Let them drift. Do not chase. Do not resist. Watch them pass like clouds across the night sky. The sky remains. You remain. The body softens further. The face relaxes. The shoulders release. The hands grow heavy. The feet rest. The chest rises and falls in slow rhythm. You surrender to stillness. Gratitude settles in. Gratitude for this body that carried you through the day. Gratitude for the chance to pause. Gratitude for the breath that continues without demand. Gratitude for the silence that now surrounds you. Gratitude for wisdom that whispers softly. Nothing more is required. No effort. No striving. You need not prove yourself. You need not hold the world tonight. You need only rest. This is what the Stoics meant when they spoke of freedom. Not freedom from circumstance, freedom from disturbance, freedom from the tyranny of fear, freedom from the chains of desire, freedom in the self. In this moment, you are free. Free from tasks, free from comparison, free from noise, free from rush, free from the weight of tomorrow. Marcus Aurelius said, "True strength is to remain the same in both fortune and misfortune." Here in stillness, you feel that strength. It does not depend on praise. It does not depend on gain. It does not depend on anything outside you. It rests within. It is yours. Let the mind drift gently now. Perhaps you see a quiet stream, water moving slowly over stones, the sound soft, the surface smooth. You sit beside it, calm. The water flows as time flows. There is no need to grasp. There is no need to rush. There is no need to fear. Everything moves as it must. Perhaps you see a candle. The flame burns steady, light, warm and gentle. Darkness around does not matter. The flame is enough. The flame is you. Perhaps you see nothing, only the darkness of closed eyes, only the rhythm of breath, only the silence of the room. This too is enough. This too is peace. Endurance, patience, gratitude, simplicity, intention. All flow together now, not separate lessons, not scattered ideas. One harmony, one path, one strength. The strength is not loud. It is not restless. It is not hurried. It is silent. It is calm. It is steady. You are ready for sleep. You are ready to surrender. You are ready to trust the night. You are ready to let rest carry you. The Stoics remind us, every day is a gift. Every night is a chance to return. Every moment of stillness is wealth greater than gold. So release the day fully now. Release the noise. Release the weight. Release the self that strives. Let only the steady self remain. Breathe once more. Inhale calm. Exhale peace. Inhale stillness. Exhale rest. Sleep will come gently. Dreams will come quietly. The night will hold you. The silence will protect you. The stillness will restore you. Nothing more is needed. Nothing more is asked. You have done enough. You are enough. You may rest. When morning comes, rise gently. Do not rush. Do not scatter. Carry this calm into the light of the day. Carry this strength into your choices. Carry this silence into your words. Remember always, true strength does not lie in hurried action. It lies in stillness. It lies in reason. It lies in the center that never breaks. Now sleep. Now rest. Now return to peace. When you wake, carry this stillness with you. Let your silent strength guide the day ahead.